Yo yo, it's Jojo, and welcome to my channel here. I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Path of Exile 2 nowadays. I am level 82 on my monk right here, as you can see. And I usually play games and I try to be efficient, I try to be fast, and I also try to do stuff for very cheap. I am not a min-maxer, so if this is what you're looking for with guides, then I am not the channel for you. This is just going to be quick, dirty, easy, and it should be good enough to allow you to clear most of the content. I have gotten to tier 10 maps with this character so far, and I have absolute garbage gear that is very cheap. I have bought every single piece for no less than 1 exalt, except my weapon. This I bought for 4 exalts. And of course, you do need to invest a little bit more into the weapon, because that is what is going to allow you to clear. But everything else, 1 exalt per piece, just some energy shield, just some evasion and life. And this one I actually found, so I don't know what this one is worth, maybe 2 to 3 exalts. But I did use a 1 exalt ring before that was slightly worse than this. Same thing here, 1 exalt for this, some life, some resists. 1 exalt for this, some resists, that's pretty much all I needed. On boots, get the movement speed, some life if you're lucky, some resists if you're lucky. This one I was lucky and found, also just some resists, otherwise get a rare belt with some life, some resists. Same thing here, this one I just found, it had attack speed, it had damage, I needed some intelligence to equip shit. This piece is absolute garbage, so this needs to be swapped out ASAP. But I am still cruising through tier 10 maps with my 1.4k life and 800 energy shield quite comfortably. And the main ability that I'm using for clear is Stormwave. So as you can see, we are pretty much a range character. But I am also using Chattering Palm. So this is the combo. Chattering Palm to put some explosions onto the character. Stormwave to proc the Chattering Palm. Big AoE, everything dies. And then we have the Bell with Tempest Flurry to kill bosses. It's as easy as that, actually. So yeah, let me go over the gems as well. For Stormwave, I have put them in order of priority here. The Stormwave absolutely gets 20% quality ASAP, so as soon as you find Gem Cutter's Prisms, put that shit onto this item, or onto this gem, because it does make the wave width larger. Or, as you can see here, wave width is 1 meter, and for additional effects from quality, you get another meter. That makes it 2 meters. So it becomes way wider when you have the quality on. Definitely recommend that. And then Upheaval to get the 3 fissures instead of 1. Primal Armament for damage. Long Shot for the range. You do more damage the further away. And since I'm using Shattering Palm, which is an ice ability, I am using Rising Tempest, because then you get 12% more from Shattering Palm and another 12% for the lightning ability, and that is 24% more damage. You can also put Martial Tempo into here if you want to have some more attack speed, but that is going to eat into your mana as well, and it isn't needed for clear so far that I have seen. I can just use Martial Tempo on the Tempest Flurry to proc the Bell a bit faster, which makes it more simple. And well, Tempest Flurry, Martial Tempo, Close Combat, because you're going to be close. You can also put Close Combat into the Bell before you have Rage and Rage Forged. So doing the Tempest Flurry gives you Rage, the Bell consumes the Rage to deal more damage. And the Bell is also going to have Conk effects, and Overabundance you can have 2 bells. Charge Staff, just some more duration, some more chance for the charges to not disappear, and then Electrocute so that you can stun people some more. Shattering Palm, you want this AoE to be as large as possible, magnified effect, and since this explosion is actually killing most stuff, you do put Ice Bite and Innervate. You get 35% more lightning, 35% more cold. That is a lot of extra damage, and you can keep this up pretty much permanently, because you just hit the mob, you explode them, you get the buffs, you hit the next pack, you explode them, and you keep moving like that. Herald of Thunder with Blind, Maim, and +1 to lightning skills. Herald of Ice, this is also an important part of Shattering Palm, because it's going to freeze stuff, which is going to proc Herald of Ice, which is going to explode, which is going to freeze stuff, which is going to... yeah, you get the point. It's a chain reaction. An Elemental Focus here, because Herald of Ice cannot freeze. so it doesn't matter that you cannot inflict elemental ailments, but you do get more damage. Fighting Frost, if you consume freezes on enemies, it deals more damage, so you kill more stuff. And then Cold Mastery for that extra level. Combat Frenzy, hopefully when you freeze stuff or when you electrocute stuff, you get power charges, so that you can use the charged staff, this one. This way you have some chances to get an extra one. And then just because I have some extra spirit left over here, I just put in a bunch of extra supports here. Some life regen, some accuracy, same thing on Wind Dancer here as well. Just cannibalism, clarity, pain, just to use up the extra spirit that I have. Once I become stronger so that I can clear with only Stormwave without using the combo of Shattering Palm and Stormwave, I will be removing Shattering Palm and putting in the... I will be swapping to crit. And I will be putting in the... let's see if I can find it. I will be putting in Charge Infusion, so that I get more power crit chance when I have a power charge. This is going to consume power charges, because I have no use for power charges. So this is actually going to give me some more crit chance. But I am not going crit yet. I am just going pure elemental damage. And I'll give you a quick rundown of the tree. I did swap around some stuff. But we are going Invoker. Before, when you only have 2 points, I don't think I need Unbound Avatar at all. The damage is more than enough to kill even bosses in tier 10 maps before they unfreeze or unstun. So I just had both of these, the extra cold and the extra lightning, until I got my 3rd ascendancy point. And then I swapped away from the I Am the Thunder to these two to get some more spirit. And this is the important part, because this gives you a bunch of armor, or physical damage reduction, not really armor. So I think I went from 82% evasion to 76, like barely put a dent into my evasion, and I got almost 70% physical damage reduction, which is an insane trade. Absolutely gorgeous. So I am on the squishy side. You would definitely want to look for around 2000 HP and maybe 1.5 to 2000 shield. And then you can also put in Grim Feast as well. I could, instead of playing with the power charge generation, I can also have Grim Feast, which would double my energy shield from 2000 to like 4000. But that's probably more important for like tier 15 and above, where you actually need to be a bit more tanky. Right now, this is more than enough. So just a quick rundown of the tree. I think this is probably easier to just look. I'll put a max roll planner into the comments. Or into the description, so it's probably easier to look at that. But I'll just do a quick rundown here. We go for the attack damage, and I actually went for the skill speed first. I recently unspec'd this because I want to go crit now, so I'm going to go this way instead. I'm going to remove these shock thingies as well, and I will probably be removing this as well to get some extra points to put into crit. But yeah, these nodes right here, attack speed, a lot of damage if you're on full life, as well as these three, because we are I have an elemental weapon with all 3 elements, so we are proccing all 3 of these 30%, 30%, 30%, which is insanely, it's a lot of damage. Of course, resonance, so that our combat frenzy gives us power charges instead of frenzy charges. And then these are also important. Gain maximum energy shield per 12 evasion on your body armor. I have 1.6k evasion on the body armor. That means I get a lot of freaking energy shield from that. Same thing here. This one, 2 evasion per 1 maximum energy shield on equipped helmet. That means we're going for an energy shield helmet. This one is not very good either, but that gives me a lot of evasion as well on top of that. This node is insane. Once you start getting higher level gems, you pretty much have to spec into this so that you actually leech some mana between the packs. I would not be able to sustain without this and my mana pots as well. And you want to go over here for the heralds, of course. This one synergizes extremely well, 100% increased evasion from body armor together with this one, so that's why you get that evasion body armor. And as well here you get some attack speed per dexterity, so that gives you some more value from speccing dexterity into your travel nodes. And of course you can get some jewels over here. 1, 2, 3 and 4 I have right now. You'd probably slot in some more, maybe over here, because you're gonna take this crit and you can take this maim node as well, and some lightning if you need, if you want. And also take this 25% melee damage and melee strike range, as well as attack speed. These are okay nodes. These are also some okay nodes. Move speed, evasion rating, and then a lot of evasion if you've rolled as well. Could be for some more survivability. That's the rundown of the tree. Let me show you a tier 10 map. I guess you can use lightning and cold infusion depending on how your damage breakdowns look. Since I have an tri-element weapon, I lose a lot from the downside of these. So it's actually not worth it anymore. But I did use these, especially cold infusion on Shattering Palm, because that does almost only cold damage. And lightning infusion on something like Stormwave when I had a lightning weapon could be great as well. And also go conduction on some abilities, just to have a higher chance to shock. Or this one, lightning exposure, just to get some penetration. At least until we go crit. Until we go crit and get this one right here. Then lightning exposure does nothing for us. Anyways, let's show you a map. Let's do the thing that I was just doing right here. Or maybe I can do this. I'll just kill a couple of packs here to show you how the gameplay looks like. You run in, you are going to Shattering Palm, the first mob, and then you hit once and they all explode. Now you have power charges, you charge staff, and then you do the same thing again. Shattering Palm, they get the ice crystals, you hit, they die. And the explosion begins. I'm not gonna do the expedition here, but this is actually super, it feels super good in expeditions as well. Because the mobs are so clumped up, you get this huge explosion chain. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Usually I don't need to do more than one attack, and they all die. Sometimes I need to do 2 or 3. And as you're getting stronger, like if I would deal a bit more damage, I could probably clear with only Stormwave. You see that they survive with like half HP. And then rares, you pop the bell, they instantly die. And as you can see, I am quite squishy, so I am almost dying. You do need to be careful with going in with the bell. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I am gonna put on my stream and go live. So if you have any questions about the build or questions about maybe leveling, I am probably gonna be making a leveling guide for this. But just quickly how to level if you want to do a new monk. Start off with Glacial Cascade and Frozen Locust, and then just play like a ranged character pretty much. And then you can sometimes use your basic quarterstaff attack to finish off the mobs that actually get close to you, or like single target on bosses. And once you have gotten to level 14, you can change into Ice Strike. You get Ice Strike, you get Herald of Ice, and then you start blasting stuff with the ice explosions. Everything is frozen, everything gets blasted into oblivion, and then you put the bell down to kill the rares. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. As soon as you get Shattering Palm at around level 30, I believe, something like that, then you also get Stormwave at around like 28, something like that. So then you have the full combo, and the gameplay actually doesn't change much. It doesn't change. I am 82. I have played like this since level 40 pretty much. And it just gets stronger and stronger with all of the investment that you put into the character. Oh. Let's not die here to this thing. Yeah. The damage is absolutely bonkers. I have killed all of the like unique bosses and all of the rares in one bell. Sometimes I need 2 or 3, depending on how tanky they are or how long it's been since I've gotten a weapon upgrade. That actually decides a lot of the power in the game. Yeah, let me just finish this map up. Ooh, an essence mob. Take a look. Maybe I die here? No? He just disappeared instantly. Yeah, there's no need to be afraid when everything is dead. That is the softcore motto. Yeah, the most important part here is just you can get to tier 10 maps with a budget of like max 10 exalts. Definitely. It is so simple to get to like mid-high tier maps. And I am gonna need to increase my survivability a ton now once we start getting into like the tier 15s, the tier 16s, and the corrupted, and like the big breach explosions. That's a bit tough for me right now. Like tier 12, tier 13 maps that I have tried, they have sometimes just died instantly to like, small stuff. So that makes the game kind of impossible for me to play at that level. But yeah. As I said, I have been putting a maximum of 10 exalts into this character, so I shouldn't be expecting to clear the entire game with that little of an investment. So my next purchase now is probably going to be gloves, because my gloves were yeah, pretty bad. And next after that is going to be a crit weapon. I'm going to try to get as much crit chance and crit damage as possible. And then we're gonna spec into crit, and we will see how that works. Gonna be interesting as well. Well, my first tier 10 map complete. Boom! I hope you enjoyed. Jump into my stream at twitch.tv/jojo if you wanna ask me questions, or just watch me play, or hang out and say hello. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.